Ted Cruz's numbers now within the Republican voters looks fantastic
among Tea Partiers.
Okay, so let me do those numbers. Let me go to graphics 1 and 2 here. So when you look at Republican choice for 2016, among Republicans, we've got Ted Cruz at 20%, Rand Paul at 17%, Christie's at 14%, Jeb Bush at 11%, Marco Rubio at 10%, and Paul Ryan at 10%. So all of a sudden, Ted Cruz, leader of the pack. Right. Okay. So exactly what Ted Cruz wanted, and then as Ben alluded to, if you go to a very conservative Republican choice, so these are the guys that are very conservative, right?
Most active in the primaries.
Mm-hmm. Right. Ted Cruz, 34%, Rand Paul, 17%, Paul Ryan down all the way at 12%. Massive victory for the unreasonable, radical, ridiculous Ted Cruz.
Well, that is totally, really fast, that is totally true, but let's bear in mind that Ted Cruz has been on the national stage for like a week and a half. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're basing this, he is the best guy ever, on almost nothing. And so I think that if they can be distracted by Ted Cruz this easily, they can be distracted away from him.
We did it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we did with Obama.
I get that. Yeah, that's true. Well,
and that's the strategy. Well, actually, he's not using the Obama strategy. Obama's strategy was to hide because he's a Democrat.
I would like to know.
Republican strategy is to attack, and that Ted Cruz is going to his strength there.
What I would like to know is what percentage of those people who are for Ted Cruz right now still have favorable opinions towards Dick Cheney? Because it seems to me like there's that core of people who don't believe in science, who don't believe in evolution, who want the government to be Christian, and who still like Dick Cheney. So those might be the people, and those are the people screwing up their party, right? And so I don't think it's that big of a deal this far out that those many people, because it's the craziest of the crazy who are on board. Even 35% of the crazies. It's not, to me, it's not that big of a number. I could be wrong.
It's first of all, you're right. It's not that big of a number this far out, and it's an incredibly relevant point that I'm glad somebody made. That we barely know him. So this was his big entry on the national stage, crafted, thought about, knew exactly what he was going to do. The facts on the ground mean nothing. Give me a microphone and I will get coverage. And it's made a huge difference to him. As people learn more about him, I suspect as people learn more about like the Hobbit homes, which I wonder whether he's taken that off his webpage. Seriously though, if you're if you want the media not to portray you as a freak, because there's value to a guy like Ted Cruz in having an antagonistic relationship with the media. There's a point at which you become a caricature.
Talking about the New World Order.
That you don't want to have. Yeah. So I would imagine that he rubbed that out.
I think that overall what Ted Cruz wanted to do is establish I am the most conservative politician in the country. Mission accomplished.